but I just don't like him. Simple as.
The fans love the black hole plays. Yeah, that's where it's at.
It's true. What's going on here?
New loading screen? Well, new-ish. Everybody else has probably seen it 100 times, but...
I haven't. Was that the one from that stupid mode with the stars would fall from the sky and everything was really buggy?
I don't actually know where it's from. I just had it. It's just auto-equipped.
Let's see.
Somebody let us know where that one's from.
I'm sure there'll be some hat experts in chat. Once I open up chat again, anyways.
It's actually from this event, 2019. Not from 2019. Nothing was... even have loading screens?
There weren't that many updates that year. All right, I have a live update from 5Rat's coach. He has sent me 7 rat jams and nothing else.
Return of the Rat Jam.
Yeah. I didn't even prompt this from him. He just sent these to me unprompted. So I think he's feeling confident about this one.
Well, I mean, we'll see, because you and I both kind of liked the opposing draft better, but then again, Panda's kind of had a hand in putting the draft together, so maybe there's a little bit of bias there, you know, you never know. I like this draft. Why? Well, because it was my draft. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Berna, though, he's getting hit up a little bit here. Dispose into Dual Breath. This should not be enough damage to actually kill, but it does get him the rune. And the wolf throws ice at them, as wolves always do in the wild.
It's what they're known for.
It's their main trait. Oh, he might actually be in trouble now. Dispose Dual Breath.
Bad and dying. Unlucky.
Whoops.
I'm telling you, this thing has like a placebo effect where you think you're tankier and stronger than you actually are. And then you just like run far forward, overly aggressive, and die.
You think you're stronger and you think you're faster because you're a wolf, but neither one of those works. Oh well, there's your first blood to 5Rat August. A little unfortunate for him, but hey, whatever. It's not that big a deal. This might hurt a little bit, though, on the other side of the map. That's Jupiter not low enough to actually get picked off there. AB1, well, he kind of ran out of mana, and he did only have the one spell, so... he's not able to finish the kill, but look at how far back he's got them push. DNM... actually, DNM didn't get too many last hits off of that, because the creep wave wasn't up there.
I really don't like these webs. They're incredibly distracting.
Oh, yeah... I thought my graphics were messed up the first time I saw it. Didn't realize that's what they're supposed to look like.
No, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Just like, why are those webs so messed up? What's going on here? No, that's normal, apparently.
Yeah. They really do just look like they're like, you know those old, like, PlayStation assets where they would just, like, throw a PNG over some...
some PS2-looking graphics.
PS2 ass-looking webs here.
Oh, that is always the best insult. It's a PS2-looking ass, but in the meantime, that was another kill down bot, another kill onto the Crystal Maiden. So,
yeah, AB1's getting run at as well under these PS2-looking ass webs.
AB1, can he get away? Yeah, he can. Okay.
Yeah.
Is able to fall back here. I'm never going to be able to not think that now, so you have put that in my brain forever. Thank you. DNM at least is going to be able to hold up a little bit better here. And unless he just gets, like, unbelievably chain stunned, but the Hex isn't even skilled right now from Jupiter, so he can afford to be a little bit bolder in terms of pushing his way forward, but yeah, still not a fun time, right? Heiko's doing a little bit of, or capable of doing a little bit of damage with the right clicks.
I mean, on Naga, you really don't do much. I mean, he's got 8 armor, another 2 from the Wraith Band. His right clicks are doing like 50% damage already at this point.
DNM farms, meanwhile mid. Guts. Oh, looking pretty good. More than pretty good. Jesus, he's got nearly 20 last hits. Now he's going to pass that mark. In the meantime, his laning opponent had to go all the way home. The Pango's sitting at just 7-0, so... Well, we've seen this a couple of times, right? Guts, in really the entirety of the series, has managed to get the better of Kit's mid most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy for him to deal with the flame guard coming out from Guts at the moment. He only needs a single point in it in order to push Kits all the way out of the lane. So I would say less a skill issue, more of a hero matchup thing.
Getting hit up a little bit. Guts, you don't have any spells here, so he's not really going to be able to do too much more, but just wants to make sure Kits doesn't get the last hit for free. But fair enough, he's got the bottle to absorb any of the damage he took.
Banner. I'm going to zoom in on this one.
I don't see an image on it. It's
I did.
Empty banner.
I see somebody's face on it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm getting distracted. This kill's happening. Jupiter's is about to die up in the top lane. No, he gets away because he's a god. And now D&M is the one in trouble.
They have any means of slowing him down. Bola was coming back up, but Igo's not going to go any further forward. But they do get the kill. That's their first of the game, taking out AB1. And yeah, Jupiter living in that scenario when he was the first one getting jumped in on is a nice swing on that play. Well, how's our Elk doing down here? Erna,
he's doing fine. He's 24-1 as far as last hits go, so he's CSing reasonably well. I imagine he's going to be well on his way to getting a Radiance. The only issue is, you are playing against an Enigma in lane. A lot of times he's going to be denying 1 CS every several waves. He's probably going to grab the range creep here. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. And you can clear out the Eidolons. You've got okay spells for it. The acid spray on top of the Crystal Nova.
Ooh,
do a reasonable job.
August is dead here no matter what. Yeah. So it's going to have to be a trade if anything at all, but Moose is walking away.
Yeah, he figures he's not going to be able to chase him to the trees there. You have to be a little bit careful when the Eidolons are on top of you as well. You don't want the damage to stack up too much. So, playing it as safe as possible here on Burna. Realizes that he's just an alchemist. Only so much he can do.
It's been unfortunate because he did well. He channels out the concoction in the tree line. They had no idea until he comes in, but the problem is to set that up, you have to leave a Crystal Maiden alone in the lane against 2, and there's very few duos that don't have the power to find that Crystal Maiden kill first. Courier snipe out from Jupiter, though, so...
With the raindrops on it.
Life gets a little bit tougher for the Jakiro, but... should be just fine. Meanwhile, back mid, Kits is... trying to be a little bit annoying here. He knows, I think Guts has the... Yeah, he's got the rune bottled up, and he wouldn't really want to just pop the invis just for the region, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to try and get some harassment in, but I don't think it's going to turn into really much of anything. Although, with the Ember hitting 6 and having the invis rune neph, if Guts wants to stop farming for like a minute or two, he could make a rotation, but I don't think he wants to.
Once he gets level 7, that's when he'll do it. Now he's got 4 points into Sleight of Fist, a lot of damage with this 1 6-second cooldown. So.
Just not sure he really wants to leave just yet, considering how well he's farming.
Yeah, and how much harass he's putting into Kits. Yeah, I mean, he's shutting them down completely. He's 21-0 right now, compared to the 48-15 on the Ember. I mean, having a good game for yourself is one thing, but shutting down the enemy mid, that's huge.
Down bot.
I completely missed that one. Burna ends up dropping to speed and moves down the bottom lane. Top Hiko sits up pretty low, but nothing comes of that one.
Didn't have to use the black hole for that one either. I think they rebounded through the tree line, so the Alk didn't see them coming until it was too late, and the Crystal Maiden was sort of back behind the tower at the time, so they're able to get a sneaky one in. Burna gets taken down. They're going to go in again. Nuagas is going to get hit up this time. Again, this is Crystal Maiden, so she dies almost instantly, but over in the middle lane, Guts did make his move, got in onto Kits, able to take him down. So, sure, you lose your Crystal Maiden. That's...
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. You hate to see it.
Is he going to die? Yes, he is. Moose gets taken
You missed
down.
the black hole, and you position yourself to get hit by a double Earth Spike, and then you die. Life comes at you fast sometimes.
Oh, and I was just praising him too. They found that kill without the black hole, then they used the black hole and don't do too much with it. But this is a lot of heroes coming bot now. Okay, we're done laning, boys. It's fight time, and Moose is here by himself.
No. Oh no.
He's gonna try to fall back, but he falls back right into the supports. Yeah, Moose is dead. Well, I guess better him than the Enigma, as
the Enigma's courier dies.
Oh, well, that's gonna sting a little bit more, but Speed got out of there. Over on the other side, though, what's going on here? Heiko's just gonna try to bully the Jakiro again, but with DNM nearby, and also, yeah, Kiss is here as well. Rolling Thunder's coming in. This is starting to look a little bit too greedy from the Spider. Yeah, that's way too greedy. Did not think that there were going to be 2 cores nearby, but...
Dude, we're only 9 minutes into this game. They're 4K net worth already. I mean, they've got an Alchemist on their team. It's part of it, but this guy is going to have such a fast rating. The Ember Spirit's popping up. Kids is in shambles over here on the Pango. I mean, we've seen that he's got strong mental. He came back in game number 1. Oh, Jupiter ends up missing the stun, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. All right. Kids man just do enough damage to force Guts back.
Okay.
Can't dive.
But yeah, I mean, as you said, they're kind of popping off a little bit at the start here, and 5Rat... I don't know. I mean, I guess they gotta look to Kits to be the guy to start making some plays here. Once Speed has Black Hole back up, maybe you could look for something there as well, but this is not the play. This is not it. Immediately back off. Rolling Thunder in 5, though. If they'd have waited a little longer, but... Then again, if they waited longer, maybe No Rune's back out of the river entirely.
Alright, what we got going on up in the top? I'm going to touch base on the Hiko game a little bit. I mean, it really doesn't seem like he can do much to DNM up here. Unfortunately, the Nuggets are just like too much armor to deal with. Jupiter doesn't have level 6 for the Finger of Death yet either.
Okay, they're
going to try.
In, though.
Alright, I eat my words. Guts, they do manage to have enough damage to finish him off.
There you go. The Ember
and they got
changed.
the tome coming out. Hold on. They got the tome coming out on the Lion. If he sticks around,
Ooh.
pops the clarity, now has his Finger of Death, they're going to try to get another kill off on the Naga side as he TP's back to the lane here. They want to destroy DNM's life.
Back-to-back deaths and the tier 1 tower falling would kind of ruin his early game.
And his career.
Damn. If they take the tower this fast, though, yeah, now he can't TP back up there, so... Instead he TP's mid. But you know what? Even if they don't have that play, there's still Figure of Death. So the Lion's gonna look for something. Please do not finger an illusion, for God's sake.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. Instead, he uses the Hex of the Mandarin on that. We were talking about like this Lion pick came out after the Naga Siren. They were probably going to use that to slow down her farm. Man, I see Sammy Boy and I Annihilate just going off in the chat about how destroyed Kit's got in the mid lane.
Oh, man. Not even in the game, and they're still
I mean, I was touching on
shit.
it briefly. They were just, that's all they're talking about. Leave him alone, guys.
Berna, that is some big brain stuff. He just self-stunned on Unstable just to get the damage on the neutrals. Is that? Okay, I guess. Why not?
That thing has some weird mechanics when you self-stun. Apparently, it hits everybody with a single target stun around you. So it'll pop a bunch of different Lincoln Spears at once.
Oh. Okay, that... I guess. I feel like it shouldn't be that way, but whatever.
Yeah, Dota be weird.
Lots of strange mechanics. In the meantime, Berna has the Radiance up and online, so he is going to start to push further and further ahead. On the Naga Siren side, no Radiance build at all, so... you were alluding to it in the draft maybe a little bit, but DNM decides, nah, go for the Manta instead, which... Yeah, illusion heroes are going to make illusions, who would have guessed, but... Does that put him in a better position to fight earlier? Because even with just a Radiance, the Alchemist and his ult is going to be kind of too hard for him to break through, right?
I would say that it
God,
puts him in
kids.
absolutely no position to fight.
Oh no. Well, they don't get the instant kill with the finger, but I do believe he's still got the stack. Yes, he did. Look at that. He dies for it, but he gets the kill. He gets bonus damage. His teammates clean up afterwards.
Yeah.
And AB1 technically was there. He threw out some stuff at the end, but way too late to save anyone.
To go back to your earlier point about Naga Siren and the items that he's going for, I mean, if you go for the Manta style and you have the mirror images, what you're basically doing is pushing around the map and cutting creep waves. You want to dodge fights as much as possible. When you're fighting into the Ember Spirit, who's got the Maelstrom, an Alchemist who has a Radiance, like, you pop any illusions in a team fight, they're just going to get cleared out instantly. So they're going to want to dodge, and that's exactly what these are for.
What's going on?
They might go for something like a Diffusal Blade if you were hoping to fight a little bit earlier. So they do plan on doing the opposite. Kids manages to find a kill on Wall Gaze. That's whatever, but I guess to Kits right now, that's worth a lot of gold because he's sitting pretty low on net worth.
Yeah, he needs just any bit that he can get here. Diffusal is
bottom of all the cores.
It's close-ish, but I don't know. Diffusal doesn't feel like enough to just be battle ready at this point, so might continue to look for pickoffs. For now, though, they're looking for a push. Tier 1 tower mid. They do know that the Ember's here now, and they're going to just straight up black hole him. There's going to be the Magnifier as well. Kids coming in with Rolling Thunder. Do they have enough damage? They need a little bit more lockdown, and they've got it. Moose able to finish off the kill. That was quite literally everything they had, but they got it. Now they might get a little bit more, maybe? No. Tumbler's Toy should get the Lion out of here, and now they want to back off, because the Alk has come over, and he looks very upset.
I don't think the Elk wants to fight them. I think he's just here to farm, man. Doesn't even have his BKB yet. But I suppose that they don't have much kill threat off of the Elk either. He does have 2 points Chemical Rage at this point. At the very least, they don't want to fight him all this is actually. I was talking about the lack of burst damage that they have on 5RAT, so trying to get through him.
Yeah, that is an interesting one. Erna kind of just bluffed him a little bit because he made his way over. Didn't really want to fight, as you said. Wanted to just farm instead. But 5RAT still had to kind of, I guess, show respect to the potential if the Alk did fight. Instead, he just kind of shoves off. They get the tier 1 tower as well here, so it's kind of funky. They're the ones who lost their mid laner. Guts was taken down, but they don't really care. So many spells had to be used onto Guts, they just regroup and push across the river anyway. Guts, what's he working towards? BKB coming up here after the Maelstrom pickup, so yeah, he knows what he's about. Get some damage, get some durability, just be able to get in right onto some of these enemy heroes if you need to.
Yo, this Broodmother just built a mech.
What? Oh.
Yeah,
Guardian Greaves.
Going for
build.
Guardian Greaves this game. That's crazy.
Well, it's different from the Wraith Pact into the pipe that we've been seeing every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're not that concerned about magical damage if you're fighting into like Naga Siren and Pure from the Black Hole.
Although you did still start off with the instant Wraith Pact rush, so we can't really give too much credit for changing things up.
Yeah, I mean, we're not giving any credit to Broodmother players. Let's make that completely clear. As much as I like Eco.
Absolutely nothing for the Brood Pickers, but Verna, BKB done. None of these are real, so this stun's gonna be kind of awkward. There we go. Hooray! But what does he look for after this? In my head, I heard Grunt Birthday Party when I said that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But yeah, Verna can build up even further here. That gap now 5k ahead of the Naga Siren, and what is DNM looking for? He's going for the Orchid, so a little bit of some sort of play onto someone maybe like the Ember Spirit, although...
Yeah, that's for the Ember. Wouldn't be able to lock him down. I mean, maybe it helps with the line as well when you're trying to run at him. As long as you can get the silence off him before he can hit his mana drain to clear any of your illusions and go magic immune. Helpful for that reason. But yeah, Ember Spirit definitely right now. You throw it onto him, you throw a net, you can be able to clear him out while the silence is still on him.
I want to know if DNM goes for the real in play this game. I always love that. I mean, like, okay, I get, like, there are situations where it can be interesting. It's just, of all the Ags upgrades, just doesn't seem very good. I don't know. I haven't seen the scenario where you say that it was worth it.
The Naga eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, it still does
The real in part, not the magic immunity pierce. So that part's awesome, but
yeah.
the
real in isn't amazing.
was kind of like, oh yeah, that's neat, cool. I didn't really buy
it's
this.
It's like a bonus to it. I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly they keep adding more mechanics to the game. It is impossible to learn Dota in current year, man.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's a bunch of friendly and understanding players in the community who are definitely willing to help out new players.
They'll hold your hand as you learn to play.
Very nice people.
Yeah.
Don't come after me, please. You sold
You're
me
too worried. Who in the Dota community would come after you? We're nice people.
We are all very nice. Ask anyone. In the meantime, in this game, neph, nobody really wanting to pull the trigger, although as I say that, here's Kits getting spotted out. He's going to roll up. Might actually just kill the lion. Yeah, that's... okay. A bit of a free kill there. The lion... I understand wanting to sort of lead in with your Hex and your stun, but you go so far forward there was no one to help you.
Sometimes unlucky. On another note, if you look at things right now, you can see that the Alchemist actually hasn't increased his net worth gap for this Naga Siren. Naga is managing to keep up and farm with this Gravel's Greed bonus that the Alch has.
Yeah, still about 4 or 5k. That's...
efficient farming.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe that's a problem for Burna, but at this point in the game, 17k net worth, he's probably not too worried about it. If that gap stays that size like 5 to 10 minutes from now, yeah, then we can start to worry a little bit. But for now, they're going to push their way into the Roche Pit. They've got some damage, they've got some armor reduction, and there is no one here to really contest it. Kits is kind of close, but without the Rolling Thunder, I don't really think he has a clear path in unless he just wants to blow everything he's got. But yeah, he's not going to do that. Roche for free. Burna's going to grab it.
Sorry, I was just looking at this Alchemist talent. It's pretty bad. I'm surprised he didn't go for the other one. 1 damage per Gravel Grade stack.
Oh.
The cap set is plus 24 damage versus Acid Spray granting armor for your allies. It's 7 armor for everyone.
Huh. Yeah. That is, whatever, I guess. Burna does as Burna pleases, but...
That's a carry player mentality for sure. Take a small amount of damage instead of a ton of armor for all your team.
Listen, they can buy their own armor, alright? When I finish this AC, then you could have armor. Burna?
Yeah, with all the money that they have.
Gonna go on the offensive. They get the stun down speed. Do you want to? No, he doesn't. Black hole not gonna be used. He might end up paying for it, but I think there's actually not enough now who use the black hole in onto the Alchemist. Can they take him down in time? They can, but that's only his first life. Can they get him a second time? Guts is going to try to come in, working a little bit of interference. BKB active, gets the root down to cancel Speed's TP, so they will lose the Enigma, and now the Naga Siren is caught in the middle of the fight. Everyone backed away from him.
The song interrupted the first time in the middle of the cast animation for it. He had perfect timing to throw out the unstable concoction there on the Alchemist. Now they're just... Oh. Alright, I was going to say Guts is diving them, but I don't know.
The rest of the team was
the other way
going for the tower. He went for the
objectives,
kills.
yeah. He's trying to dive tier 3s and 4s. The 2 was still up.
So at the end of that, you know, they blow the Aegis, they get a kill on the Guts, they took out the supports. Yeah, your Naga Siren dies, your Enigma dies, but that could have been... It could have been so much worse, really, than what it was. Not a great silver
It is not good when you lose the Naga Siren in a game like this one, though. Any death just slows you down so much. All the lanes are now going to be shoved in. Your entire jungle is going unfarmed. In fact, the Broodmother is farming it out right now. Farming up and blocking camps.
Yeah, sending out the spiders. Yeah, that is a bummer, because we were talking about how, for a period of a couple minutes there, that net worth gap between DNM and the Alchemist wasn't expanding, right? And then you're off the map for a bit, plus obviously losing the gold for the death, and 4 or 5k basically doubles in terms of the deficit, and Berna does have the AC, so
Yeah.
there you go. See, there's that armor his teammates were promised.
Yeah. It'll be fine, guys. Get the AC for you instead of this talent. Smiley face.
I still don't quite get that one. It is, you know. It is what it is. In the meantime, 5Rat, well, needing to try and recover here. Moose, well, that's not recovering. That's a little bit of a feed.
More
there.
like lose. He's dead.
What did I say earlier? Top shelf, neph.
Oh right.
God damn it. We'll cope and we'll say that was a top shelf pun. That was S tier.
Thanks.
Anyone who
You'd
says
be
otherwise
nice.
is a liar. Trying to
Right.
gaslight you.
It's just going straight up the high ground here. But this is all across to work, putting the dragon scale to work here. Gets TPs in, but dude, he manages to bring this tower down like 1,000 health basically before he's forced to get back. They're not gonna have Roche to work with for another like 4 minutes here. We'll figure out when it respawns. Until then, I think Alec will finish up this Abyssal Blade, but they'll probably want to start trying to close this one out relatively soon. Just working on that and the Aghanim Scepter on the Ember Spirit, which he's like 2,000 gold off of. And Lion right now is working on that Aghanim Shard we were talking about at the beginning of the game. It is incredibly important in this one.
Right.
I mean, if he can get the drain off just on the Naga Siren, target him. Like, Naga will try to run at you, but you have to wait until the mana drain expires before you can drop the Orchid on him. And never until he like turns away can you throw the net on him. After he starts trying to run, it becomes a little bit easier, but like your illusion's gonna be cleared out nearly instantly because it's a triple target one. He has Hex for you after he like singles out your hero from the illusions. His line is a big problem for ENM, who does not have the heart yet. Still another like 700 gold off.
Right. Oh, they are smoking up here into their own jungle, looking for a quick play onto the Broodmother. Heiko is...
He's got Guardian Grid. Oh, well, he never had the chance to move. He's chain stunned.
Not get the chance. So, all right, 5Rat take the kill. They'll take back the outpost. Do they have? Do they have some wards? They're in Jakiro's hands, and maybe one could make his way over, but not able to do so immediately. But at least they get somebody out of that jungle. That's going to make it a little bit safer, if nothing else, as your Naga just continues to farm. On the other side, there's the Vanguard, Abyssal Blade on its way out. Yeah, Berta's looking scary.
Yeah, you're 6 slotted for now. He wants more, though.
Let's see.
He's got the Swift Blink now queued up.
Okay.
Is that really what you want instead of the Overwhelming Blink on the Alk? They nerfed this thing. You don't get to go over max movement speed with the Swift Blink anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. You still get a little bit in the way of, like, more attack speed, but you have your ult for that, too.
Yeah.
Maybe he just thinks his teammates have enough lockdown where the overwhelming isn't really going to matter too much, which, yeah, maybe he's right. They've been doing a decent job of keeping some of these heroes locked down so far, but we shall see. Maybe he changes his mind later, as the Naga Siren is in some trouble. Berna's pushing forward. There's the song, though, and they did not pop the BKBs preemptive. Hey, Guts, welcome to the party.
Probably dead. Alright, no. Pop the illusions. I don't think Moose wants to take this fight, though. These illusions get cleared out instantly.
Yeah, this is looking a little rough, but... well, the Alk still hasn't BKB'd. Berna wants to hold as long as possible, maybe even just avoid the fight altogether, but now the supports, they're kind of caught in. So now they have to make a move, but there's the Black Hole. They're going to be able to catch out the Alchemist, but somebody has to do some follow-up damage, because right now Berna only dropped to about half HP. Kits, however, did take down both of the supports, so the numbers advantage is with 5Rat. Can they actually close the fight out, though? Guts is pushing forward, able to take down AB1, and now they get the stun. Naga Siren in some trouble. Half HP, no mana, and no help. Everyone just kind of leaves him to die.
Yeah, there DNM goes. Black Hole's now on cooldown. The rest of your team is running for the base. I mean, the only saving grace to all this is all 3 lanes are currently pushed in, but they're looking to fix that problem pretty quickly here. That was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was all the Ember Spirit, by the way. I feel like the Alchemist barely touched them. He spent the entire fight like trying to get on top of people and running away afterwards. Yeah, 4,100 damage coming out of the Ember Spirit there. all basically just with his Maelstrom and his Black King bar. They're so focused there on Burna the entire time, they didn't deal with the Ember.
Yeah, and the Alk, his damage number was at like 3,500, but at a certain point that felt like a lot of just kind of radiance in the middle because
Oh yeah, that was all just Radiance burn.
he was getting kited out pretty nicely, but Guts comes in, helps get the job done. Burna doesn't even die in that. I think that's not the most important, but pretty important too, because he ate a solo black hole and didn't die.
It is very important that he doesn't die. He is worth a lot of money if he goes down.
And if you're
He is 10,000 net worth ahead of the next highest person in this game.
It felt like a little miscommunication. Speed got the black hole. That's nice. That's great, but you need the damage to ensure that you're getting the kill afterwards. Otherwise,
oh my God, Moose got away.
Oh, TP'd out. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going for this Marcy build. BKB grab himself grab himself the Basher. I mean, at a certain point, you get into the fight and you are pretty dangerous. Dangerous enough where someone has to actually directly address you instead of just ignoring the hell out of the supports.
Yeah. Okay, we're smoking up again. We're looking to take control of the Roche pit right now. I know that it's going to respawn in the next little bit here. It's still another minute and a half till it gets back up, but once you hand the Aegis off to like the Ember Spirit of the Alchemist here, I think high ground just becomes a pretty free push. But again, the thing you always have to be worried about is Naga Siren cutting out waves. And now she's sending it over to mid. Actually, it's never going to connect with anything. Top lane is being shoved in. Bottom lane moves down here constantly.
Yeah, they're doing a solid job of split pushing and delaying.
Guts can kind of deal with this. He's got the Aghanim Scepter completed now, but even then, I feel like he kind of needs Boots of Travel to be able to deal with like the sheer amount of pushes Naga Siren has.
Yeah, he either needs something like the bots to move around, or they need to try and just go in for maybe a strike onto the core heroes. But part of the reason why 5Rat aren't showing as much because they know that's really the best way for them to lose, right? If you end up losing core heroes in the fight and then you can't split push, you just... Was that a lag spike again? The spiders?
It happens when you swashbuckle the spiderlings.
Oh, man. Yeah, the game has some trouble handling that a little bit, but...
Yeah. I think it just, like, it tries to do, like, a bunch of rolls of Lucky Shot onto, like, a ton of different units at the same time. It's something about the spiders getting hit. Maybe the fact that they're, like, a player-controlled unit, not creeps. I think it has something to do with it.
Yeah. Funky stuff, but it doesn't happen too often, so... Not a huge deal, as there's that Basher finished on Moose. Right in time for this smoke play towards, well, Crystal Maiden. Okay. This is a problem. If they're not even going to get the CM kill, now they need to just back themselves away because there's going to be the jump. They blink in, they get the Hex, they get the stun to follow it. That does pop the Aeon Disc, so he's not dead yet, but here comes Guts, moving his way forward. They're going to root him up with the Searing Chains. They're going to be able to find that first kill, and now they want more. Pushing even further forward, AB1 trying to dance through the tree line, forces himself into the river, but Guts does not care. Slide a fist for the kill, and... Well, Roche has respawned, so they're going to go right in, and neph, Burna did change his mind. It is the overwhelming blink that he went for instead of the Swift.
Good. I would have been upset if I saw a Swift Blink. The thing, when you activate, it only gives you 35 agility now. So you get like 40 agility on Strength Hero instead of like a huge AoE nuke and slow as you jump in with an overwhelming Blink. And more tankiness. Yeah, he has made a slot, so it is going to be him picking up the Aegis. He'll probably grab the Aghanim Shard as well.
Yep.
Yeah. One more Dispel for him. Berserk Potion is a pretty big deal.
Slot the Radiance right back in. Save the BKB for the second life, as that's now in the backpack. And, well, if you're 5RAT, you gotta know what's coming now, right? 2 lives up on the Alchemist. Your opponents are looking pretty solid with a 15k lead. They're gonna try and knock on that high ground door, and... realistically speaking, they're still in a good spot to hold their high ground, right? You still have the Naga. You still have the threat of a black hole, so they can't just go charging right at you, and... really, the only way they get in trouble is if heroes get caught out of the base, but they're trying to fix that problem now as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 seconds on TP.
Yeah, he'll be out of here pretty soon.
Well,
Looks like
DNM's
DNM's
not
gonna
leaving though.
hang around.
Hmm.
Now, who finds whom here?
All right, they're able to stun him up.
Ember Spirit's gonna come in.
Song
Get the BKB off in the middle of the slide.
Oh man, this is a problem. Oh, hold on. No BKB out from Burner though. As right, it's still in the backpack. All right, so he is going to join the fight now, but he wasn't there initially, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to get the Abyssal Blade stunned down. The Naga Siren dropping low, taken out right away. Nuaga's, well, he dies, but who cares? No offense to him, but he was not really the priority at that stage, so they will sacrifice him for the kills, and now they want even more. They smell blood in the water. That's a third hero dead as AB1 will
They've
fall.
got one more Remnant.
They get the Hex, they get the Slow, they get the Remnant jump in onto Speed. He has a Black Hole, but you don't want to have to use it here. Pops the BKB instead. Aeon Disc gets popped as well.
How is he going to be able to defend with the Aeon Disc of the BKB? Wraithpack Totem's down as well. That's going to be on cooldown to say to push high ground off of this one. And Burn, he sees the easiest path into the base right now is to shove in the top lane. So that's exactly where he goes.
Yep. Straight up top after that one.
God. The gamer senses here from Jupiter's, man. Going into the trees there, and sure, he ends up dying for it. But he ends up opening the path for Guts to be able to go for that one. And then Guts getting the BKB active off in the middle of the Sleight of Fist when he was invulnerable to the song.
If you don't get that timing, it's just a quick TP out from DNM. Instead, it's a team fight win into a high ground push. And, well, yeah, maybe it would have been better if Speed had actually just straight up died. Because, okay, you saved Black Hole, but, yeah, no Wraith Pack, no BKB, no Aeon Disc means he's basically out of the fight anyway. They only took the tier 3 up top. They didn't push much further than that, but they've still got Aegis for 2.5 minutes, neph, so they can do it again if they want to. I mean, they still need to win the fight first, but all the momentum is on their side.
Yep. All right, Burn is flying out 6 mangoes to himself right now in order to deal with the mana problems that he's having. He got 6 heroes behind him.
Barrier, there we go, but the fight's going to break out. They're going to try and take down the Out quickly. They do get his first life. Okay, Speed, meanwhile, holding Black Hole, but he's hexed. He's going to get fingered up. Can they actually take him down? Burn is back in. BKB active, but there's the Black Hole. Connecting onto the
damage.
Yep, not going to be able to finish him off, and now here comes Guts onto the backline, looking for kills. AB1 dropping low, AB1 taken down. Meanwhile, 2-man Earth Spike onto 2. Moose falls, Kit's dead. Fight's pretty much done at this point, as Speed will be taken out as well. They got kind of close-ish, I guess. I mean, if the Alk doesn't have Aegis, maybe that looks different, but
the Alk did have Aegis.
Yeah. There's the thing about that, huh? Had the
6
Aegis.
mangoes end up making him to him, but yeah, he pops the BKB as soon as he gets back up and he's on top of him. And unfortunately for them, unless they've got like all 5 heroes on top of his Alchemist in the middle of the black hole, they can't kill him when he's got this chemical rage on.
That's a buyback from Kits, so.
Yeah, but what's it gonna do is the question.
Rolling Thunder in 5, but that's not enough to go in all by itself. Just feels like they're trying anything they can to sort of stall this one out, but it is going to be 2 full lanes of racks now gone, and
are they going for a third? I mean,
Black
Hole's on cooling for another 90.
I don't know. They're kind of eyeing it up. They haven't left yet. And there's going to be moves. He decides enough waiting around. Let's go in. They're going to try and jump onto Hiko. They do find that first kill. Now the Alk in trouble as well. Getting stunned up. Ice Path thrown underneath them. They force stab him in, but there's the BKB. There's the Chemical Rage. I think he's just going to be able to walk himself out of here, but 5Rat, it felt like they had to do something, right? They do get at least 1 kill onto the Broodmother, but they were pretty damn close. The BKB comes out, and that does make up the difference, but he was very low before he got it.
Yeah. Almost got this Alk. I mean, they get the kill off into him and just worth so much. Again, he's 10k up on the next highest hero before. Now he's like 15k up on the Naga Siren here. If they could get him in just one time, I mean, the network swing, the XP would be absolutely massive.
Just so tough to get onto him at this point, as No Runes just smoked to push their way back onto their opponent's side of the map. I think that's a move they might have just been able to make without the smoke, but they wanted to be sneaky just in case 5Rat pushed too far out of their base. They are kind of pushing their way forward now.
Yeah, I mean, these illusions are a problem. They basically need Lion in order to deal with them. The Lion's going off a warding mission or some shit over here.
They see DNM. They gotta protect Hiko, though. Heiko bought back. They really don't want to lose him here, but they aren't able to protect him, but they are going to make the jump in. They get in. They've caught speed. No, they haven't. He's popping the BKB. Where's the black hole? Is he going to throw it out? Yes, he is. They get onto the Alchemist. Do they have the damage to bring him down this time? Trying to hit him up with everything that they've got. He's down to half HP, and they do finish him. DNM gets the kill. Burner goes down. So I guess that is a hell of a TP attempt. Not going to work out, but give him points for the ambition. But it's DNM picking up a second one, and all of a sudden, neph, there is... Oh, I don't really want to say it's anything more than that, but they've proven they are capable of catching and killing the Alchemist.
They can catch and they can kill the Alchemist. He's still going to be dead for 60 seconds here. I don't know how they defend after he gets back up, though. I'm pretty sure what you do right now on No Runes is just run straight down mid and try to end the game while the Black Hole's on cooldown. Whether or not they're going to be able to stall out for another, like, 60 seconds after that with the Nagas hybrid, we'll have to see.
And you see the Enigma making his way bot, just trying to farm a refresher as fast as humanly possible. He's going to get pretty close before the Alch respawns, though, and...
You can always sell an item.
That's
Buy
true.
it here.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, he is unbelievably close. If it really does come down to it, as you say, he could just sacrifice an item to close that gap, because it does feel like they need the black hole. If you don't have the black hole, you can't lock the Alch.
More than he needs the buyback right now.
Right. Is it? Okay, maybe one. Big purchase. He just got an Aghanim Scepter. Upgraded macro. Not a bad pickup. If you can combine it with the black hole, right? You've got some cure damage coming out, and BKBs matter a little bit less, and they need all the damage they can get, right? They've got to kill the Alchemist.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking like the win probability swing after the Alchemist kill. It was like 92% for Radiant, and then it shot down to 62% for Radiant after that. It is wild.
They know how
the Dota Plus
valuable it
doesn't
is.
work, though. Win probabilities are bullshit. Don't listen to the robots, just listen to me, everybody.
Robots are gonna lie to you, man. This is how Skynet happened, right? It starts with
Yeah.
Dota Plus, then all of a sudden we got Terminators in our streets. You don't want that.
Yeah, I'm like a young John Robot Killer. What's the guy's name again?
Connor. John Connor.
John Connor, that's the one. Thank you.
By the way, for the Zoomers, we're talking about
You looked physically
Terminator.
hurt when I said that.
Terminator. It's a film series from like the 80s and 90s. If you're under the age of like 20, go look it up. Go watch it.
Dude,
Probably
nobody
never
under
heard
age
of it
20
before.
plays Dota.
That's true. They're all playing something else. You never know, man.
They're all playing Fortnite and Among Us.
Well, where do we stand here? 41.5 minutes into this game. 5-man smoke out from 5RAT just to kind of honestly leave their base. But Roche is back up in 70 seconds here, so they know a fight around the Roche pit. If it does go their way, all of a sudden they're looking pretty damn good. And now they've got 2 black holes instead of the 1, as he farmed up the refresher and obviously didn't need to use it immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have to deal with the fact that the bottom lane is being shoved in. Thankfully, the Naga Siren Illusions can go.
Able to deal with that, but if you're no runes, you don't see an actual hero in there. You could probably take a guess at where your opponents might be as they're going to try and make the jump in onto Moose. Kit's trying to roll in, looking to be a distraction. BKB was not activated by the Ember Spirit, so that means he's not able to finish the kill onto Moose, and everybody walks away. Rolling Thunder on cooldown, but not for a crazy amount of time.
Everybody backs off again. I mean, then not really forced to take a fight until there's Roshan respawn. At that point, you have to be a little bit concerned about the advantage they're going to get while they clear out the pit, and then be forced to fight into them. It just sucks, because right now, I think the only hero that's scaling that well into the ultra late game is this Alchemist, and he's already 6 slotted. Like, he's not going to get any stronger than he currently is. And the Ember Spirit can kind of grow from here, but from this point forward, the longer this game goes on, the more it starts to favor 5RAT.
Yeah, Burna's got an Aghanim Scepter queued up, so maybe he could start handing those off, but I mean, he does get stuff for right? He gets the bonuses. That's not nothing, but feels like his cap is starting to get reached a little bit here. But neph, Roshan has respawned. Both sides should know about it. Spider's on one side and then the ice path in on the other. So who feels confident enough to just go into the pit without a pick-off first? Or does either team really even want to try?
No. I mean, if you end up getting Song into Black Hold, especially now that he's got a refresher done, you'll lose the team fight. You have to be very careful about going in. On the other side, if your Enigma ends up getting like wrapped around and caught out, then you lose the team fight for 5RAT. So a lot of hesitation on both these sides.
Yeah. Just getting into a little bit of a stalemate scenario now in and around the pit, and that buys more time. DNM just keeps on slow pushing.
It's also very boring, everybody. It's boring.
Somebody hit somebody. Okay, DNM, where's he going? He's going nowhere. Sends the illusions in.
Very cool.
Gonna hit Roche a couple of times. Very, very neat. But they are pushing a little bit further forward on this 5RAT side, and they did use another smoke, so feels like they want to try and catch somebody. Guts would be a hell of a target, but he's got BKB, he's got Refresher. Realistically, not actually going to be able to keep him locked down for very long as Heiko gets clipped by the ice path, but we're just poking and prodding, looking to see if anybody's doing anything stupid. As of right now, nobody is, though. Very, very disciplined play. Let's call it that, right?
That's one thing to call it, I suppose. Bottom lane is now being shoved into the base, but thankfully they can just send illusions to deal with that one. No one actually has to respond to it.
Is this 5 minutes ago? Weren't we just saying?
Yeah, we were saying bottom lane is getting
stuck in a time loop.
Yep.
Okay. They're gonna give it a go. Pushing in, doing some damage. 5RAT.
They scanned this one out, though.
Yeah.
They realize that they're in here. They're gonna react to this one. The question is if Naga Siren reacts with a song.
Scan out from the opposing side. So no runes knew that there were heroes up on the high ground, so they do kind of back out of the Roche pit. Roche has lost nearly half of its health, though, just from a couple of mini attempts that have been put through, so whoever does actually clear the path to get it isn't going to take very long to do it. It's just they want it to be clear first. As Nuagas drops down the sentry ward. Sees like 5 heroes in the river at that point, so he immediately runs away, but where will the first play happen? That's okay. That's a little bit of damage onto AB1, but the ForceStaff keeps it safe. Moves, though. Oh my god. Just jumps straight in. They'll take down Jupiter. They'll take down Nuagas as well, and Moose says, I'm done waiting. Pushes in, takes the fight. Now the black hole is going to come down onto Burner, but he was able to get his BKB off. The song, though, is going to be deployed, trying to keep reinforcements from arriving, and they are getting through him. There's a second black hole going for the lockdown. Burner dead. Now Guts caught in the middle of it. Guts is going to get taken down as well.
Just like that, they end up losing both the cores. They've got buybacks. They can just take the fight again right now. I was surprised that they're having this kind of hesitation. They're going to give up Roche to them here. They're going to say, okay, 5RAT, your move. If you want to try to push the high ground, go for it. But I'm pretty sure they just take the Roche, back off, wait for the pressure orb to come back up and do it again. I'm surprised they didn't buy back in that fight and immediately try to take it again there.
I mean, yeah.
It feels like they're losing this game.
Both the black holes were used there, and your 2 cores had buybacks. The song was even deployed, right? Yeah, song was used, so feels like they took a little bit of a risk. We'll see if that risk pays off, because now, if they can hold off long enough, those heroes will come back up with buybacks, but then you're going up against 2 to 3 black holes again, because, excuse me, that's going to be coming off cooldown.
Yeah, you've waited so long.
Okay, the Glyph is going to buy them some time. 30 seconds for the Alchemist, 35-ish for the Ember Spirit.
Dude, they're crumpling here on no runes.
Mid lane taken. Do they go for more?
They don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, why risk it? You take the racks. That way it's going to just push in naturally now. You can deal with the top and bottom being shoved in because you got Nagasara and Illusions. You wait for a Refresher Orb and a Black Hole to come back up. You just do it again, except this time with the Aegis and the Cheese.
Well, 5RAT have put themselves in a pretty damn good position, and we take a look at the graphs here, 49 minutes in. They have swung it all the way in their favor. The net worth is going their way. The win probability is at 70% for them as well.
And it's all off the back of just one kill onto the Alchemist. This guy, he goes down once, it's like whacking a gold pinata. They break his legs and gold comes out.
Disturbing picture, but you know what? That is how a pinata works, isn't it? It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alk can't really afford too many more deaths. He's at 6-3 and 8, so the stat line looks pretty solid for him, but that's what happens when you have this much net worth cost. They can't afford to let things sort of carry on the way that they have for the last 2 fights, but... Oh, this is a little bit of a rough one. They're going to jump in onto the Ember. Never even had a chance to pop his BKB. And Guts, I mean, he held off on using the buyback before, but... Actually, I was going to say maybe they can force this one out, but I'm not really sure they can. They don't really have any lanes pushing their way right now, so Guts may get away with waiting it out again. D&M could just sort of hard push mid. Maybe they get the range drags here, but they really want to pose a significant enough threat to force out that buyback, they'd have to threaten a second lane.
They're capable of it. They can throw for threatening the bottom lane, but top obviously still protected by the tier 2.
Let's see. Yeah, they are
they
pushing
just throw
the creep
illusions
wave.
at it. Yeah, they're already pinging that one out there on Moose. Realize that is a problem somebody's going to have to go back to deal with.
Moose is going to go in, start hitting up the tower a bit. He has taken some damage in exchange, but they are on to the tier 3. Moose is actually the one with the shard.
What a funny, silly hero. This Marcy hero only really needs a Skull Basher and a BKB in order to put out insane amounts of damage. He's got a Daedalus now as well, on top of this Penta Edge Sword. Like, he's just going to kill you. You try to fight into her.
Yeah. Moose is no longer just kind of the suicide initiator. He can actually just straight up kill by himself, which maybe that's part of the reason the shard's in his hands.
He's got a double damage rune as well. Anybody Moose runs into dies.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's terrifying. Well, let's see if he can find anybody. He does have the blink, so the no runes heroes don't have to be that far out of the base to get jumped in on. Was that DNM finishing the Ags? Yeah, it was. Okay. What does he slot out for it though? Because inventory is looking a little bit full at the moment. You just straight up eat it? Yeah, okay, that was level 2. My bad.
There's a good chance this game just never ends if 5RAT's playing it. Did I ever tell you about the series of 5RAT I did cast while I was busy doing TI stuff? And need ET to stand on me because the best of 3 ended up going like 5 hours.
Oh, yes.
God bless ET for that.
I remember that. It was just like, I saw him on screen. It's like, you weren't scheduled today. What's...
Yeah, like it's 2 best of 3s, 8 hours, I'll be fine. And I can do 1 best of 3 because it was 5RAT.
They just really like Dota, right? They want to play.
Yeah, they don't want
the
games to end.
This is getting into that territory, right? We can start realistically
52
talking.
minutes in, yeah.
Could hit that hour mark. Start.
I'm having
flashbacks. You never know with tier 5s, right? Those are designed to just say, okay, the game is ending soon.
You say that, but then it didn't.
That's true. Yeah, every once in a while. Uh-oh. Here it is, though. Guts, he's going to get jumped in on. Do they have the damage to bring him down? They're trying to get him quickly, but they don't actually finish him off in time. Song, though, does get deployed. Berna did not pop his BKB. Speed is going to come in, looking for the first black hole. He is going to pop it, but Guts actually gets bashed on the back line. Moose locks him down. They find the kill. Now a second black hole coming out onto Berna. They're going to be able to finish him off. And now the buybacks have to come out, right? They really can't afford to hold him this time as the entire team is going to get run at. Moose got 3 of those kills. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody except for the Crystal Maiden has buyback here. They're gonna have to do it. You did commit your BKB there on the Alchemist, but you still have Chemical Rage available. They're hesitating. I mean, they're clearing out buildings right now. I guess they're trying to bait them as far into the base as possible. Maybe find a kill if they commit onto the tier 4 or something like that. Bait them into thinking they don't have buyback there on the Ember Spirit or the Alchemist, but they're just losing buildings right now.
Yeah, they're just going for tier 4s. I don't really think
you
there's
have
any
to
more
buy
room.
back. You have to respond to this one.
There it is. Okay, buyback's coming in. They'll make the move. Trying to get onto the Marcy here immediately, but they're really not doing much damage. Guts is actually just getting locked down. Now the Abyssal comes out. Marcy's in trouble. Dropping low, moves though, pops the BKB, rebounds himself out of trouble. And the cohesion just isn't here. They're not able to stick onto a singular target. Heiko gets rooted up. He's able to get himself out of it. But they've got to kill somebody, anybody at this point. They're trying to get onto Kits. They even hit him up with the, with the nullifier, but now the song comes in. The BKBs had already been used. They're all going to get locked down. Macropire in. Ice Path deployed. Burna dropped down to basically no HP right away. He's dead with no buyback. And neph, that might just be the end of it. Guts, unless he has some sort of miracle of all miracles, is not going to be able to hold.
They tried so hard and got so far.
Down he goes.
Just like that.
Oh.
DC before the game even ends. GG isn't called. The rage quit out by Mr. Jeans. Runes is in shambles, and the defending champs end up getting to move forward here, showing why they end up winning the last one. Phase 1 ain't nothing for 5RatForceStaff.
Oh, 5Rat. I mean,